Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And to all the nominees today, it's obviously a time in America where we should recognize people who want to step forward and serve in the public interest, do so at often great sacrifice, not just to themselves, but to their families. So I just want to recognize that this is a very important part of our American tradition, and people that step forward for these offices should be commended for doing that. Mr. Tung, I want to jump right back in to where my colleague was asking you about Mike Davis, if you don't mind me to dig in a little bit more here. And if that's one of my videos, keep it playing. But if it's not me, you should cut it off right now. Do you agree with Mr. Davis that you guys are friends, correct?
We are friends, Senator.
Yeah, thank you. And Mr. Davis recommended you, or did Mr. Davis recommend you or otherwise mention you to anyone in the Trump administration for this judicial vacancy?
I believe he might have, Senator.
Thank you, sir. Do you know exactly what did he say or to whom he made that recommendation?
I do not know that, Senator.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Davis, did Mr. Davis, excuse me, or anyone else associated with the Article 3 project advise or prepare you for any aspect of this nomination?
No, Senator.
Okay, and Mr. Davis is the founder of the Article 3 project. According to the organization's website, he founded the Article 3 project after he helped Trump win the Gorsuch and Kavanaugh nominations. And Mr. Davis said that we saw how relentless and evil too many of today's Democrats have become. They're Marxist who hate America. They believe in censorship. They have politicized and weaponized our justice system. Do you agree with Mr. Davis's statements that today's Democrats are relentless and evil?
Senator, Mr. Davis's views as expressed there are not necessarily the views of mine.
I didn't ask if they were necessarily. I just asked, do you think that today's Democrats are relentless and evil?
Senator, you're asking me to comment on a political question, and as a nominee to a judicial position, I cannot and should not speculate or comment on that.
Sir, I spend a lot of time working to try to affirm this fact that we are one nation under God, that the lines that divide us are nowhere near as strong as the ties that bind us. I'm proud of my relationships with my friends on the other side of the aisle. I think it hurts Mr. Kennedy to when I say that he and I are friends. I could say unequivocally, Republicans are not evil, but you're telling me you will not say on the record here that Democrats are not evil?
Senator, you're asking a personal and policy-laden question that I cannot answer.
So put yourself in the position of a person coming before you who's watching this right now. And you're supposed to be a judge who's impartial. And you're telling me that for this nomination, I have a constitutional obligation to advise and consent, that I should be in any way hopeful that a judge will be that impartial if he cannot say that Americans writ large, because of their freedom of party association, that you can't say that whether you're deciding to be a Democrat or Republican or independent, you can't say in this hearing that you don't think that makes a person evil?
Senator, I can commit to this committee that whoever comes before my court, should I be fortunate enough to be confirmed, will be treated with respect and their arguments will be
and not
accorded.
A presumption that they are evil.
Senator, whoever they are, Republican or Democrat or independent, who steps to my court, they will be accorded full consideration of their arguments.
Mr. Davis, I don't know what you're afraid of. I really don't, Mr. Tang. I honestly don't know where have we gotten to the point in American history that someone up for a position such as yours, and I've seen this courageously from people on both sides of the aisle who understand that the judiciary should be above partisanship, who understand that the judiciary in many ways should be a sobered assessor of fact. It is deeply disappointing to me that you cannot tell the American public right now that the person that you're affiliated with their heated language, with their casting in broad brushes doubling down on the toxins that are making life here dangerous. And frankly, I've talked to federal judges who tell me about having to protect themselves. We had a horrific incident in our state where a federal judge was targeted, their husband shot, their son killed. In this time in America, to render an answer of, I can't answer that, to me, is additive to the toxins that are in our society that are pitting people against each other. You are up for a position in the highest court in the land, and you can't simply say, I don't think Democrats are evil. Is that what you're telling me?
Senator, I wish I were up for a position in the highest court of the land, but I'm up for the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals.
Sir, to Americans, the federal courts are the highest courts in the land. So I appreciate your correction and your diligence and dutiful attention to detail. But right now, I am gravely disappointed that you can't simply say what I can say is that my colleagues are not evil, that Democrats are not evil, that Republicans are not evil, and this kind of rhetoric is damaging. I am deeply disappointed, sir.
I'm the chairman now. We've got a new sheriff, and I'm going to call on